something that is Turkish or something that's Farsi. The languages of Tasawwuf is different a little bit. Understand, everything is very rich now. So we may have different meanings. But remember doesn't mean that you have forgotten also. You remember your past, right? But in that remembrance, for example, you remember when you were 13 years old. I remember this part. You don't forget it, but there are certain things that you're not remembering properly. So that remembrance can become more and more and more and richer and more true. Because sometimes we think we remember, but we remember wrong too. And then people are going to say, no, it's not like that. I was there, remember? They said that. Really? I said, yeah. Somebody says, no, it's not. I say, look, I have video, look. Showing. Look, I have the text message. Yeah, but that's not what I mean. Now is the ego coming in, twisting and spinning everything. That's different. Okay? So not necessary that you have forgotten also so much. Say.
That's what I was going to ask. The first thing is, what makes us forget? And also, as you said, that remembering doesn't mean forgetting.
Yeah, because when Allah says, remember me and remember you, it doesn't mean Allah forget us. Okay? And forgetting also is something that can be something that you do willingly and something that you're not doing it consciously. Huh? You talk and something happened to me. What happened? This bad. Forget about it. We're in New York, right? They say forget about it. It means you can't really forget about it. But they say put it aside. Don't look at it properly. So, say?
Are there different levels of remembrance beyond, like, is there a beginning level of remembrance?
Of course there's so many levels of remembering. Depends on what you want to remember. One of the things that we have to do as Nakshibendi murids, as dervishes in this order, is to have a fikr, a tafakkur. Is sit down and to remember, to take into account your days, your weeks, your lives, take into account your intentions, take into account your actions now. Okay? So, sometimes we just remember and say, okay, do you remember what we did yesterday? Yeah, sort of. Now I say, now remember again. Remember where you were, and now you start to have more of a complete picture. Remember who was next to you. You remember the air. Remember the temperature. Remember how you're breathing. Remember how you feel. Remember how it was. Remember how it was in relationship to yesterday, tomorrow. So many things, no? Because this is one split second is all of that and so much more. One split second, whole galaxies are moving. And whole galaxies inside of us, they are moving. It depends on how you are aware of things. Correct? Now, and we are going through it. And you got to remember and remember properly. And of course, there's a beginning. The beginning in Islam is always taqlid. Imitation of something that is good. Like they say in this country, fake it till you make it. But that is also called ritual. You understand? Something that is filled with meaning. It is something that you are doing an action that is not that action. It means something else much, much bigger. But in order to reach to that much, much bigger, first you have to do the beginning actions. You do it, slowly, things start changing. As our namaz, our prayer, our salah, our worship. You stand, you bow down, you prostrate, you get up again, you bow down, you prostrate, you sit, you continue some cycles, and then you turn right and you turn left. That is the physical, that is the beginning point. You cannot not do the beginning point. That is the obligation of of Islam. It is a pillar of our faith. But what is that meaning of that? What is the purpose? What is the end goal of that? The Prophet says, the salah, the namaz, it is ascension to Allah. It is a mi'raj. Now, if you are praying and you don't make that mi'raj, you make the ascension, don't say the Prophet is lying, hasha. But because we are still not treating the prayer as if it is an ascension. How can you? You can do all the movements and the pronunciation and all the recitation properly with correct speed, or whatever you think correct speed is. Okay? But you still, if your heart is not connected, there is no ascension. You can do all of that, but your heart is woo. Once you start praying, the things you don't think about outside suddenly comes to you when you're praying. Shaitan Rajim is finished already. You're saying, okay, after this, I have to go do that. If I didn't do that, she's going to get upset with me. What am I going to do that for? Oh, I have to do this. Yeah, I didn't eat that before. Boy, you're having this full conversation. For a man who doesn't know himself, it's okay, it's normal. But Allah is so merciful. He's not going to say, because you do all of that, everything is cancelled. No, He says, that's okay. At least you're doing something. But mankind is the nature of mankind to always want to become better, wanting to become better, wanting to become better. You understand? There is also proof that we did not come from this world. We came from somewhere high and we're returning there. So now, you want to achieve to that ascension, at least as an intention. Okay, you say, I intend. Then after that, you pray, something happens, and then you give salams. Then you say, Astaghfirullah. It's okay. It's still acceptable. It's not great, but it's acceptable. Now, as much as you are trying, our Lord is not really looking at the actions that we are doing. He is looking, but He's saying the intention is more important than the action. The intention. You can do something that is good, but if your intention is wrong, it is wrong. You may do a wrong thing, but your intention is good, big possibility you'll be saved. Because your intention is good. And any action in Islam, if you don't have an intention, it is not acceptable. You understand? Yeah. So beginnings, yes, there is a beginning point. And sometimes they just make you to be there in the beginning. In the beginning, you're just room, like that beginning line, room. It's okay. It is not your call. Especially in this way, in this tariqat, it is not what you want. You say, when are we going to start? I can run. And now I can really run. I've been preparing all these years. Why am I not flying in the air? Why am I not visiting and eating with prophets? Why am I not bouncing from galaxy to galaxy, as so many people they are claiming? As if that is something that is so great. Maulana is saying, what? You want to walk on water? There are insects that can walk on water. So what? You want to fly in the air? The birds can fly in the air. So what? You are human. Your secret is something else. So now in this way, you're saying, okay, I want to move, I want to go. It is not up to you. It is according to your teacher, according to your master now. Because he will tell you where to go, how to go, when it is necessary. You understand? And sometimes he said it's not necessary. Don't go. Stay there. Sometimes you're already going somewhere, but you just don't know it. It is up to them again. Their way is underground, don't you know? And they clip your wings. They don't let you fly. Because if you start flying everywhere. Like that one and his son, they fly too close to the sun and they melt. So no, you fly, don't just fly because you fly. Why are you flying? Why? For what reason? Oh, I want to be illuminated. Why? Why you want to be? Then what? Okay, you're illuminated. Then what? So many people, they're stuck. I want to pursue that. I want to have that. That is my ideal. You got it. Then what? If you have it, then what are you going to do? But people don't even know what to do if they have money in their hands. So many people, they win the jackpot, the lottery, and they destroy it overnight. Not just spending all the money, they destroy their lives too. What are you going to do with it? Then what? If you cannot do that, be responsible with what you have in this world, worldly, you think if they give you something high, mystical and spiritual, you're going to be responsible. And is that what the Prophet is concentrating? His whole 23 years of life, we see him concentrating on that, on the miracles. Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, he had miracles. He is on top of our heads. He had miracles, feeding multitude with some loaves of bread and fish, raising the dead. He had miracles, a few. And they revere him. They love him. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, he had miracles that are uncountable. He split the moon in half. Animals came to him, bowed down and spoke to him in perfect Arabic. Trees uprooted themselves, crawled to him and kissed his hand and moved back. This is not tales, this is something that is recorded, that there are people that are there. They had no water, water came out from his fingers. So many. But we are not concentrating on that too when we're talking about the Prophet. Because what are we concentrating on, especially in the spiritual way? What are we concentrating on? How he transforms hearts. Because all these miracles also, it's just a certain level. You think that one is going to be convinced by something extraordinary. Later on, someone bad, evil, that displays something extraordinary, he's not going to go to that one too. We're going to live in the time when extraordinary things are going to happen, specifically. And not to trust that. And the Prophet didn't say for us to trust that either. A man came to him and said, you think you're a prophet? You're saying that you are. He had his hands like this, behind his back. Tell me, what is in my back? Prophet said, because a lot of people, that's what they want when it comes to religion and spirituality, party tricks. No, that shows their level of spirituality. It's not spirit. I mean, it's... Prophet Shaykh said, he says, why don't you turn around, open your hands and listen to what these pieces of rocks that you have in your hands, what they have to say. He turned around, he opened his hands, and the rocks that he put in his hands, he's saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. He dropped the rocks, he turned to the Prophet and said, you are a great magician. See? So what? See, it doesn't really matter anymore. We take lesson from earlier nations. So, the nature of man, nature of our spirit, the nature of our ego, of our nafs, nature of our desires, these things have to be studied. This is what spirituality is, understanding this and studying this. Because this is removing the 70,000 veils between us and Allah. Understanding that it is a veil. No, it's not a veil. It is a veil. Now, I'm not angry. Yes, you are. I'm not angry. I'm very happy. So, okay, one day you're going to understand. It's a veil. One day you said, oh, after you come out from that drunk state, someone show you the video again. So, oh, is that really me? He says, yeah. They say, oh, astaghfirullah. Okay, you understand it's a veil. Now, remove it. Remove the veils. Now you're going to come a little bit more face to face with your friend. So step by step. You understand? Especially in our way, the Shaykh, our Shaykh, that's key. As the Prophet is the key. No Sahabi ever declared independence. So, this much is enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.